Good morning, Hoosiers. Welcome back to Bloomington Breakfast Club. We cannot believe that it is already our 10th episode.
Thank you for tuning in each week for all of the latest. From news and sports to entertainment buzz, we got it all right here.
Since this is a very special episode, we have a very special Hoosier with us in our studio this morning. It's exciting, guys. You won't want to miss it.
It sure is, Gab. Make sure you stay tuned. It's an exciting week as we head into Little 5 season, but unfortunately this week's weather is less than ideal.
Yes, Lydia, it definitely could be better. Although it is expected to be low to mid 70s, there will be a lot of clouds and rain later in the week. But don't let that put a damper on your week because summer is coming.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves there, Gabby, but we still have a few weeks left, and sports are still in their springtime action. Both baseball and softball are coming off of long weekends against Big Ten opponents. Baseball took on Minnesota, while softball took on Ohio State. This coming week, they'll each face off to non-conference foes. Baseball plays Butler, while softball will play Kentucky on Wednesday. Track and field is coming off their Big Ten ACC Challenge this past weekend and now prepares for their meet against Purdue on Saturday. Women's rowing is also preparing for a tough weekend as they head down south to compete in the Clemson Invitational. We got a small taste of football this past Thursday at the spring game where the team was divided into two, Cream and Crimson, that competed against each other. The regular time headed into overtime tied 36-36 before the Crimson team secured the victory with a touchdown by Alex Rodriguez. And speaking of football, our guest on the show today is a former IU football player. We think you'll enjoy his story, but first, Gabby has some news for us.
Yes. One thing I have learned coming from the East Coast is that there is something called Hoosier pride here in Indiana. If you are a Hoosier, you are a proud Hoosier. It kind of reminds me of being a New Yorker. I'm proud to be from New York. I am also proud to be a Hoosier here at IU. If only there was a day where we can celebrate all things IU. Oh wait, there is. Indiana University's second annual IU Day will take place this Wednesday, April 19th. The Indiana University Foundation describes the day as a 24-hour binge-watching, social sharing, gift-giving, IU-wearing, online celebration of Indiana University. This day also gives students, alumni, and anyone else that is part of the IU family the chance to donate money through give.iu.edu or IU crowdfunding, which supports the research and programs that impact students and faculty. There will also be other challenges like retweet to give and like and share challenges all over social media. Each like, retweet, or share will earn $1 for scholarships. Viewers will have the opportunity to watch brand new videos like behind-the-scenes looks at special hidden spots on campus and the new Simon Scott Assembly Hall. People will be celebrating IU Day all across the nation. There is even a spot on the website where you can find official IU Day events to attend close to you or even add your own event to the map. It will be an exciting day for everyone who appreciates and loves this wonderful place. I am definitely a proud Hoosier, so I will be sure to tune in to watch some of these events. What about you, Lydia?
Oh, definitely. I might post something on the Bloomington Breakfast Club Twitter, so be sure that you follow on to that too. But now for our unnecessary update of the day.
Well, Lydia, I would call it unnecessary updates of the day. We got a lot of fun little bunches of unnecessary news coming your way. To start, Gigi Hadid has been rocking jorts. Yes, you heard me right, jorts. Denim cutoff shorts. So many trends have been coming back in style, but I never thought jorts would ever be a thing ever.
But if Gigi's wearing it, then I would definitely have to say it's a thing.
I agree. To make it even cuter, she paired it with a Tommy Hilfiger tank, a long plaid shirt, and boots.
And I happen to know another style that's coming back as well.
What is that?
Harry Styles, obviously.
Oh, I see what you did. Everyone's favorite style is indeed back and better than ever. The stunning Brit will be releasing a self-titled record on May 12th featuring 10 songs. His first single, Sign of the Times, which came out just last week, is one of the songs on the album, along with other songs titled Sweet Creature, Ever Since New York, and Kiwi.
Styles has been teasing fans with album artwork and a guest appearance on Saturday Night Live this past Saturday. The One Direction alum said he wrote about 70 songs for the album, which were all his little ideas, according to E! News.
Have you heard Harry's new single yet, Lid?
I have not.
Okay, well, you should totally listen to it. It's really well written, and I am sure this album is going to be nothing short of amazing. I'm looking forward to its release.
I'll have to check it out, although
Yeah.
it is a little unnecessary.
Well, anything Harry Styles is very necessary to me.
We'll be right back after this quick promo with our interviewee.
This is The Toss-Up, where we take a look at some of the topics facing the world of college sports and give a little bit of history behind some of them. We're not trying to change your mind. We just want to dive deeper into the topics that keep you tuned in to the teams you love. The Toss-Up, airing every Sunday during the 2017 semester.
We have a very special Hoosier joining us this morning, Mitchell Paige, former IU football wide receiver.
Now, we all know Lydia is the sports expert here, but today I have done my research.
Let's see what you got, Gab.
Well, Mitchell is 23 years old. He is only 5'7". He was redshirted for the 2012 football season, his freshman year, and he has been honored with awards like the Dedication to IU Football Award and the Mental Attitude Award. He led his team this past year with 58 receptions for 646 yards and 4 touchdowns.
I gotta say I'm impressed. It's kind of funny listening to you talk about sports and not me, but we'll let it slide today, I guess, if you want to say.
What can I say? I learned from the best. Learned from you.
Hey, I'll take it, whatever. Mitchell, we're excited to have you here and glad that you could join us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. To get started, you recently have decided that you want to go into the NFL. What led you to that decision and made you finally choose that that's the path you want to take?
I'm honestly as close as I'll ever be to the NFL, and it's something I've dreamed about since I was a little kid. I haven't grown that much since then, but it's just something that I've dreamed about for so long, and I have a bunch of friends that do it, and just how happy they are with being able to fulfill their dreams. It's just something that I would love to be a part of too.
Yeah, certainly.
So talk to us about maybe your favorite parts about being an IU Hoosier.
Game days were always awesome. That's an easy answer. But I'm not going to use that answer. It's kind of a cliched answer. I'll say being able to go into a locker room every single day, because it is every day, almost all day, with guys that you can spend that much time with and not be like, man, I got to get out of here. That's, I think, a pretty special part of what they're doing at IU that I don't think you get all places. Maybe most places you can have a bunch of guys, but there's still some guys you don't like. Here, they're top to bottom, just good guys, good people to be around.
Yeah.
What's one thing that you've learned through Hoosier football that you want to take with you into the NFL?
Well, I'm not going to be a first-round draft pick, so I'm probably going to start bottom of the totem pole, and that's where I started here. I walked on, and I've grown a little bit and put on a lot of weight since then, so I was definitely bottom of the totem pole then, and I can just carry that mindset because it's not going to be something that's foreign to me. I've already done it before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. As you've begun training, how is it different or similar to the training that you've done in college?
Well, this training going up to pro day is a lot different because I'm more of a track athlete because it's all running and there's not really any balls around. You're just trying to run fast against the clock. And compared to how football practice is, no one was trying to kill me as I went across the middle of the field. So that was a little different, but I'm definitely happy that the pro day and the timing stuff is behind me and we can get back to actually playing the game.
So tell us a little bit about Pro Day. How did that go down?
Okay, so there was probably 10 of us, and we'd all obviously worked really hard from January. Some of us late December, going all over the country to different places, just fighting, like I said, against the clock, trying to get the fastest times possible. And it all culminates in about 2.5 hours. And it was March 31st this year. We had representatives at least from 32 teams, had some GMs, head coaches there that are really just there to watch you run. And how hard you've worked for your whole life, it's really down to these 2.5 hours. And what really surprised me was how fast it went. Because nervous, I wasn't sleeping very well the night before, and then it was gone, and it was over. So just how fast it went, but it went well. Now that I have had some time to think about what was actually happening in the moment, we all did about as well as we could, and I don't think anyone was really disappointed, so we had a really good day.
Good. I'm
That's
glad.
great.
That's awesome.
What are you most excited for in the NFL, and what are you most nervous for?
Most excited for, it's kind of fun to go back to what I used to be. Having to fight and scratch and claw for everything I'm going to get is an exciting time for me. Also to move to a hopefully different city. If I played for the Colts, that wouldn't be too bad either. But I've lived in Indianapolis my whole life, so 31 out of 32 teams are somewhere else, and I'm just excited to be in different parts of the country. But what am I most nervous about? Maybe saying that, going somewhere different, because I have lived here my whole life, and it'll be an adjustment no matter where I'm at, whether it's on a different game day, going to different cities. It'll just be a different experience than I've experienced before.
So speaking of all these different cities, is there any in mind that you'd like to go?
The obvious ones are the sunny ones.
I
Love
agree.
to play in the sun. There's been a little bit of interest from sunny teams, but anywhere, it doesn't matter. I just want to play because it is something that I've dreamed about and want to do so bad. I just want to play.
Understandable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who has been the most influential person in your journey, in your journey getting to the next level?
That's an easy one. My dad is off the charts. There's been a lot of times when I didn't think even I could do it. I was doubting my own self, and he was always right there. He was supporting me whatever I wanted to do, so if I didn't want to play anymore, if I did, he was behind it 100%, but he just made sure that I was doing what I really wanted to do, not what the quick reaction would have been. And he's been there. He's been to every game I've ever had since I was in kindergarten, so he is definitely the biggest supporter.
That's great.
So on a little bit of a different topic, I happened to hear from a little birdie that you would potentially make a great coach as well someplace. Have you ever thought about going the coaching route maybe after you're done playing or instead of doing pro?
I have to know who that was. I have to know who the little birdie was. But maybe. My former coach, Coach Johns, was at Western Michigan now, and I was just up there with him and followed him around and kind of got to see some of the ins and outs of what coaching would be. It's a lot of work, but I do love the competitiveness of it. I'm very, very competitive. And if I could find a way to keep that in my life, I think being a coach would be a great outlet for it. And I obviously love football, so
Right?
maybe down the road we'll see what happens.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll keep you posted.
I do have
For
to know
sure.
who that little birdie was.
We'll see.
Maybe
I don't
after
know.
this. Maybe
Think
after
about
this.
it.
Okay, just because I'm very curious, and like I said, I'm not typically the sports girl. Can you describe the process of being drafted?
Honestly, I don't even really know. I know that right now it's a waiting game. All the workouts, at least for me, are done. And until April 27th through the 29th, we're just waiting. But on the 27th is the first round of the NFL draft. And then the 28th is, I think, the 2nd through the 4th. And then the 29th is 5th through the 7th. And if you don't get drafted, doesn't mean that you're not. There's still the same free agency. And if you don't get drafted, you start getting calls around the 6th, 7th round, and teams will tell you, I'm not sure if we're going to draft you, but we're interested in having you come. And then from there, hopefully everyone wants to get drafted, obviously. That shows that the team's interested in you, and it'd be a good situation for you to be there. But if you don't get drafted, there'll be usually 8 to 10 teams, depending on how much interest there was in you. And you can really pick. You get a pick, you look up what their roster is, who their coaches are, you find the best fit for you. You go in as a free agent, which is basically a walk-on, and try to make a name for yourself in rookie minicamp, which starts right after the draft, and then from there you just fight to make the team.
Awesome.
Very
Well, we
exciting.
wish you the best and definitely want to stay posted on your journey.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, good luck with everything.
Thank you
You're
so
gonna do
much.
so well.
Yes.
Thank you for making our 10th episode so exciting. Seriously.
I'm excited to be here.
We loved having
This
you.
has
It
been
was,
awesome.
Yeah, it was so much
Good. We're
fun.
glad you enjoyed it.
Be sure to stay in the loop with us all week by following our social media accounts and using the hashtag #BTownBeFast. We want to hear what you all think.
Start your week off right and tune in every Monday morning for more updates and special guests. I think it's a pretty good way to start your day, personally.
I do too. I do. Thanks for watching, everyone. We will see you Hoosiers next week.